Okay, so today we're going over how to use our various inflatable vault pillows or sweet spots, hot spots, whatever they might be called. There's a valve right inside of this, and when you push on this little stem right here, it lets air out. To inflate it, you take an air pump, and all of the air pumps should have a fitting on the end there. Notice there's one black and one yellow ring. You can actually take the end of it off like so. And that's what the air goes through to go in. There's a tiny little screw right inside there. It's very important that isn't broken or deformed away in a certain way. So you have to be actually careful with these things. In order to inflate, you take the stem and see how it's got the two little hooks on there, and they go in, and then you twist. Then you inflate. Got to make sure you get a tight seal. And then you take this off, and now you're inflated. And you take the cap, you push it back down on there. Occasionally they lose some of their bounce due to just air just leaking out. Could be temperature changes and whatnot, and also they're just things that are inflated just generally don't tend to stay that way for really long. And then right here is the valve. It's underneath a neat little cover. This is valve here. Same concept. You push on the thing, and it deflates. You put this back on. Twist that and make sure it's tight. And just in case you're wondering what I'm doing, there's a little foot pump right here. And then just a little push, twist, pops off. One thing to note, these valves, you can actually, if you push them in and then turn them, they actually get locked into the deflate position, and they just keep letting air out. This cap right here does not make a tight seal. You cannot put that on there with the valve open underneath it and expect it to hold air. So, we take this, and the valve is now, we twist it back, and the valve is now open. And we're all set again. Close that, ready to go. Something to be careful about, this mat was designed to actually be put on top of the vaulting table and such. So certain things, there are clips around it and whatnot that have hard metal parts and whatnot. So be careful those aren't just dangling out, because we don't want anyone to step on those. A lot of them you just kind of stuff into a lot of the different sections of the mat. You just want to make sure they're not just hanging out free, and you certainly make sure they don't get underneath the mat, so when a child jumps on it, they're actually jamming the metal clip into the mat. These are going to be fairly easy to ruin if we're not careful. Thanks for watching, guys.